Jonathan Toews. Jonathan Toews' name came up, and a surprise team.
Guy.
Jets and Leafs obviously have been mentioned with Jonathan Toews, but the Avalanche's name has come up, and they are a team that has needed centers for a while, ever since they let Nazem Kadri walk. They have signed Brock Nelson, but a McKinnon, Nelson, Toews top three. Even Toews at 37, we don't know exactly what he's going to be. And you got Jack Drury in there, too.
I think it's fair to be a little skeptical about the Jonathan Toews hype.
Well, people are saying, like, oh, he'll just step right in Winnipeg and be their second-line center. I'm like,
that's insane.
Hold on.
Like,
That's insane.
Hold on a sec.
There were questions about his game before he stopped playing.
Yeah.
And Gabriel Landeskog is a totally different situation. That's a guy who was under the careful study of the Avalanche's medical staff and training staff for years as he recovered. And the decision to bring him back, I don't think was an easy one. And now you have Jonathan Toews, who he hasn't been working with an NHL team.
He went on like a nature retreat for 3 years.
Going off to India and drinking stuff that makes you poop
And
or
he's
whatever
like,
it
hey,
was.
Aaron Rodgers, what's up right here?
Listen,
It's training camp.
do your journey and everything. I'm not hating on anyone for going on their journey, but that doesn't mean like, all right,
Yeah.
I'm ready to rejoin the greatest hockey league in the world.
Yes.
After taking several years off it. Let's start with, is he okay? Are you okay?
I honestly think he should start in the AHL. Like,
That's what a lot of these guys have done.
I feel like everybody's like, oh, we're penciling in Jonathan Toews in these lineups. Yeah. Jonathan Toews should play in the AHL for a little. He hasn't played hockey.
Landeskog did it. Now, here's why the Avalanche are a potential target. Landeskog went to the AHL. He came back. Another guy who had a long career layoff and they considered bringing back was Peter Holland. Remember that?
Played for the Eagles.
Played for the Colorado Eagles. And another player, I don't think this was with Colorado. I don't remember which team it was with. Maybe Nashville's minor league affiliate was Cody Hodgson.
Oh, yeah.
Who did okay.
We talked about that on the show.
Yeah, he did okay, but ultimately retired. It didn't work out for Holland. It didn't work out for Hodgson.
Although they put up pretty good numbers. With
They did all right. They did all right. It has worked out so far for Landeskog. Like, him playing game one of the regular season, I'll believe it when I see it.
But do you need him to play that much? Yeah, play 40 games. That's what I think with Toews. Like, let's say he signs in Toronto, and
For the sake of argument.
for the sake of argument, he's signing in Toronto because that's the roster I know the best, right? I need Jonathan Toews 50% of the regular season, and I need him 100% of the playoffs.
You can be Max Pacioretty.
Yeah. And by the way, he'll probably make what Max made, and it looks like Max might come back too. There's some reports out there that Max and the Leafs are both interested.
Hey, John, you can play the 41 games that Max doesn't. There you go.
Easy.
Combined, we have one player.
Yeah, and it costs us $2 million. We have one Calle Yarncroke.
Yeah, and then you split like an embryo and become two players in the playoffs.
Do you remember when Nikolai Kulemin had a PTO with the Sens?
Wow.
This season?
Yes.
At the age of 38.
And is it his kid in junior?
So the reason
Yeah, he was just drafted by the France.
Wow.
So that's why he had the PTO with the Sens. He wanted to show his kid that he can play in North America and in the NHL and everything, because he was playing in the KHL up until the end of the 24 season in the KHL there, and he comes over, has that PTO with the Sens, and can't hang.
Yeah, but he was playing professional hockey.
Yes, and he couldn't make the team.
Yeah.
I think that's even more to the point. This is a guy who's 38, a year older than Toews, and tried to make a team and couldn't.
People will say, well, Toews' ceiling was much higher. Yes, but let's remember how it went the last couple of years. Now, he was facing health issues. Yeah.
He's a human.
He's made of flesh and bone.
And listen, if he goes in and he scores 60 points, that's friggin' amazing, but that's not anyone's expecting.
He deserves the Masterton. Give him 3. Give him 3 Mastertons if he gets 60 points next year.
In one, yeah. Crazy.
I don't think people are appreciating. This is not a video game. People are not appreciating how ridiculously insane. And honestly, I'm cheering for it. What a great story that would be.
We don't have a rooting interest
against
Jonathan Toews here.
No,
We're saying
listen, if he's a Leaf,
expectations.
Oh, he's going to play second line center on the President's Trophy winners. Are you insane?
Temper expectations.
If he does that, just throw his Hall of Fame ring at him right now. Throw the Masterton at him right now.
Yeah.
throw the, I don't know,
Give him the Selkie.
Yeah, sure. There you go.
Lady Bing too.
Yeah.
Because that would be one of the most unlikely comebacks ever.
Now, one of the things I do wonder about, and I'm gonna tinfoil hat it for a second here. If you're a Leaf fan, I'm not sure how you feel about this, but it sure feels like a real good summer for the Leafs to sign the guy that Austin Matthews grew up idolizing.
Danny Briere?
Patrick Kane.
Oh.
You know, spent a couple of years down the road in Detroit. Leafs need a winger.
They do have a gap on right wing.
And they need a guy who can feed, and Kane can still feed. And I wonder if you
like
sell...
birds, Steve, right?
Feed them like birds.
Oh, hell yeah. Dude, I saw a belted kingfisher yesterday. So good. So good.
I wonder if you sell
So good.
Toews and Kane on being on the same team again.
Okay. Drew didn't like that I said this so many times last episode.
We haven't heard
it was
a single
crutch.
thing about Patrick Kane, by the way, and I do think if you're the Leafs, you have to be interested.
Oh, Adam, you're cooking with gas.
Yeah, you like that?
Oh, Kane and Toews on the same team is
In Toronto.
very funny.
Like, hey, Patrick, you're going to play with Matthew Nyes and Austin Matthews. Jonathan, we need you to mentor Easton Cowan.
You know what? Put it out there. Why not? It's no dumber than anything else I've read.
And for the Leafs
that's hilarious.
who I think are taking a step back here, there's two guys that have won 3 cups who, if anybody's going to impart some knowledge, it's them. But I also think, like, Patrick Kane's numbers were pretty damn good in Detroit this year.
You know what? Tanev, McCabe,
21
OEL,
goals, 38 assists.
Dude, he had 21 goals, 38 assists. Come on.
Tanev, McCabe, OEL, Patrick Kane, Jonathan Toews. Let's get out there and win the 2015 Stanley Cup.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I'm not saying... No,
That's
listen,
like
it's
that's
a
like
fun
your
idea.
friend who hasn't watched hockey in a couple of years and they're in your fantasy league for the first time and they're like, oh, I'll take Patrick Kane. Is Patrice Bergeron there? You know, he
Where's
picks him up.
Krejci? Where's
He's not
Krejci?
even
I
on a
can't find
team,
him.
but he's still in the like Yahoo pool.
Yeah.
You know?
My brother-in-law, when I first started going out with his sister, I tried desperately to talk to him about soccer. I was like, well, I played FIFA 2001.
Oh, no.
He's like, yeah, who was your favorite player from that game? I go, Filippo Inzaghi. And he's like, oh, he's been retired a long time.
For like half a decade.
Yeah,
decade or
I
something.
couldn't. He was on Juventus.
Yeah, no, that'd be
Team Italy.
That'd be that guy building this new Leafs team.
But I have to say, like, do you hate any of that along with Pat? Like, because you're...
Jerome McGinley.
Yeah.
Joe Thornton.
do you hate that, though? Do you hate that idea?
I don't
Kane
hate
and
that idea.
Taves on the Leafs.
And
I don't know.
you need a guy, you need a setup man for Austin.
fun
Last
as
season, Kane made $4 million in Detroit. Do you think he'd command like $5 million?
How'd he do again?
21-38.
58 points or 59 points.
$4 million's about right for that number. Might even be kind.
And maybe you give him an extra year. You give him a 2-year deal because he keeps getting 1-year deals.
Yeah.
See, my skepticism with Kane was no one had really come back successfully from the surgery he had. He's very obviously fine. Yeah, why not? It's an interesting thought.
I'm just saying. Listen, you don't need to, like, it looks like Matt Duchene's staying in Dallas. Like, you got to, if you're the Leafs, you got to be creative. You got to get goofy. You got to be Washington Capitals the last couple of years and the crazy shit that they've done. What do you mean they're trading for the remainder of Pierre-Luc Dubois' contract? Oh, I guess they gave up the goalie they don't want. So that's a long time of Pierre-Luc Dubois, and look what he did. They got Jake Chychrun for what? Go look up that trade. They got Jake Chychrun for nothing.
Nick Jensen.
And a third or something?
Stuff. Yeah, I don't remember.
Like, find those deals. You need to find those deals.
I would like them to get creative. Like, okay, they're going to re-sign this guy. Great. They're going to re-sign this guy, and the contract might be a little crazy.
Yeah.
Like, okay, great. Give me a silly, stupid trade.
Somebody
talk about.
I was talking to somebody before this, Luke, who actually works here, and I said I'm so excited for the Leafs this year because it will be so different from most of this show has been the Core 4 era, a good chunk of this show, and it will be so nice to go. I don't friggin' know, man, because the last 5 years we've known. We've called it every year. Well, nothing really matters until April. Now it actually it kind of does.
It turned out the way we all thought it would.
Man, does the
It's
same thing
exciting
keep
time.
happening? It's so crazy.
Drew sent me a clip from a little less than a year ago. I was like, well, they're going to run it back. They're going to hope for something different. They're okay with losing. And like I couldn't have nailed it more.
Well, you could have played that clip from anywhere from like 2020 to 2025.
Yeah, and read all the comments. You're such a pessimistic piece of shit.
Okay.
Cool. They fucking lost every time. Every fucking time.